Hello friends, myself Rahul Dilip Sandanshiv, working as assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of R.C. Patel Institute of Technology, Shirpur. I am here going to present the topic related to the automobile engineering for the workshop International FDP on Environment and Sustainability. So friends, we have done till date two videos for week 1 and week 2 and uploaded on the YouTube. So details are shown on the second slide. You can see the YouTube link is provided. For the first week, I have selected the topic alternative fuel for a vehicle, then done comparison of alternative fuel for vehicle and its effect on human being. Then for the second week, the same topic is considered, automobile engineering, and for that environmental standards are considered starting from BS norms for the emission from the automobile. Then now I am going to make video for this fourth week, and after the completion of video you can learn what is carbon footprint. Then you can summarize the results for your carbon footprint calculation. You can apply this carbon footprint calculation for your own vehicle. You can compare various types of fuels and their carbon footprint calculations. You can plan before buying a new car that which car you have to select having low carbon emission, and you can evaluate your yearly carbon footprint calculation for your home applications. For our topic is concerned the automobile, that you used vehicles for your regular daily uses. So there are various environmental standards in context to automobile engineering. So the automobile industry and road transport are considered to be one of the most important source of air pollution with CO2 and nitrogen oxide and other harmful components. In these regards, the government and competent institutions will implement different regulations that will ensure lower emissions for the entire range of vehicles in order for a better, cleaner environment. So Bharat Stage Emission Standards (BSES) are emission standards instituted by the Government of India to regulate the output of air pollutants from compression ignition engines and SI engines. The standards and the timeline for implementation are set by the Central Pollution Control Board and the Ministry. So as you all are using at least moped, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or using a public transport media, so every automobile or vehicle is having some BS norms, Bharat standard norms, so which are going to evolve from 1991 to 2020. So initially there are normal mass emission norms, but after that it goes for BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4 and BS6 norms, and for each and individual during this norms evolution there is always reduction in the emission. So these norms are set to reduce the pollution in the environment. So this is a sample chart is shown the emission standards for light duty vehicle, that is from BS4 to BS6. You can clearly shown, I can zoom so that you can clearly understand the hydrocarbons plus NOx emission and nitrogen oxides and particulate matter in BS4 is 0.3, 0.25 and 0.025, but in BS6 norms it is drastically reduced. So this is the necessity to save our environment and to reduce the pollution. So now the most important topic in the week 4 is to how to calculate the carbon footprint in the automobiles. So there are various methods to calculate the carbon footprints, but in this case we are going to refer some flow chart to calculate the carbon footprints. A carbon footprint is a total sum of greenhouse gas emission caused by an organization, event, product or a person. So the first step towards managing greenhouse gas emission is to measure them. So there are some standards and guidelines to measure the GHG emission, that is greenhouse gas, that is ISO 14064. So ISO 14064 has certain flowchart. So we can see one by one. At first we have to build a multifunctional team which organize boundaries for the system, then establish a base year and collecting emission data. Then after the establishing data, we have to manage it, prepare the carbon inventory report, identify the areas or opportunities where we can reduce the emissions. After find out the areas, we have to reduce by any correct methodology to reduce the emissions, and again obtain the verification for your greenhouse gas report. So for this flowchart, we have to do actual calculation of the greenhouse gas or carbon footprints. So for our home application, this is a very interesting point. Now you have to focus more on this point. Let's calculate your home carbon footprint. So I specifically consider automobiles. So for our automobile, how you can calculate the carbon footprints and you can save the nature. So our day-to-day activities are mostly using electricity, diesel, petrol for vehicles, and LPG for cooking in our kitchen. But as far as our topic is concerned, automobile is a specific criteria. So there are various types of fuels are used for the automobile, such as electricity, also petrol, diesel, LPG, CNG gas. So for that case, how we can calculate the carbon footprints? So there are basic steps. First step is calculate the first is to find out the data regarding to calculate the carbon footprint. Then calculate the output value, and at last you have to try to reduce CO2 emission in the targeted area. So this is a bar chart which is showing how much contribution each and individually to the CO2 emission or carbon footprints. So electricity, gas, so car 1 which is having 50 million miles travel, car 2 which is having 3080 miles travel, food, health, train, and other miscellaneous. So each and individual having different contributions to the environment. So we do the study for data collection. That is the first step. So first step is a data collection. So for this case, we have to consider data. Suppose we are using a car which is electrically driven. So for that case, we have to consider our annual electricity bill. Suppose in India it is 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour of electricity. If you are using petrol diesel, add number of liters of petrol diesel you use in your car. LPG, CNG, generally one LPG cylinder has around 40 kg of liquefied petroleum. So roughly for a year it is 14 cylinders we use, and CNG is according to your use. After this data collection, we have to go for a calculation methodology. So for each and individual fuel, there are different types of formulas. So input value, that is in terms of in kilowatt hour per year, into emission factor. So for that emission factor, we are used some references which are shown in the next slide. So in that way you can calculate output value in terms of kg of CO2. After your carbon footprint, the final amount is calculated by divide 1000 to the output value. So you can get final carbon footprint in tons of CO2. So now this one again is an interesting slide. You can observe actual calculation for your daily up-down. So I always travel 60 kilometers for my regular journey, and I use diesel car. So there are two cases. If I will go single in my car, and another one is my colleagues, 4 colleagues and I, so that are total 5 members in the car, travel to the same car. So for the first case, you can observe 5.810 in tons of CO2 is the carbon footprint, and for the pool concept, the carbon footprint is 1.162. So you can observe there is a drastic reduction in the carbon footprint, and which can improve our environment, and there is a very reduction less in pollution, reduction in pollution. So this is the one way to reduce the carbon footprint. So these are some websites which are referred to find out the emissions factor. Now there are various ways to reduce the carbon footprints for our car. So you can go for regular scheduled servicing. You have to maintain car tire pressure. You have to do regularly oil change and air filters checkup. For to improve the your mileage, you have to drive the car within a speed limits. So these are some points by which we can reduce our car's carbon footprint. The last important point is a sustainability competition in automobiles. So measuring the sustainability of automobiles, an important task in developing transport policy, can be accomplished with an appropriate set of indicators. For example, we have considered automobile, and for a automobile, we consider particular example of car. So for car, which is a sustainable for 12 months or 10,000 kilometers without any regular scheduled service, only we have to do wheel balancing and alignment is required at every 5,000 kilometer. So this is the actual example for which the car is sustainable. So for the transportation system, you can observe here the process identified in the system for the transformation: energy, materials, water, land and water workforce are the resources, and the output are mobility and waste, and these both having impact on environmental, economic and human social. So there are various levels for the analysis. So at manufacturing level, the points are: materials are extracted and processed, parts are manufactured, car is assembled. For the utilization purpose, car is sold, car is insured, and car is regularly serviced during the car driven, and at last the car is scrapped, materials are disposed and materials are recycled. So we have to take care during the utilization purpose that the car should be regularly serviced, so that our car sustainability should be maintained. So at last the slide is showing the references which I used for this video. Thanks a lot.